From Hubli, we have Pramod Muthalik, president of the Sena, who tried to get into the BJP and failed. With him is Sunil, Handu, general secretary of Bangalore of the Sena. Mr. Muthalik, sorry, 1 second. We have Kumar Hakari, that's sitting next to Pramod Muthalik. He's the district head of Hubli of the Sena. He was very active in trying to intimidate our reporter today. With me here in the studios, we have Anand, Jakhotia, who's spokesperson for the Sanathan Sanstha. He supports Pramod Muthalik, right? So we have equal representation. We have Vrinda Grover, one of India's best-known activists and human rights lawyers, right? Ranjana Kumari, welcome to the debate. Abha Singh, senior advocate and social activist, welcome to the debate. Ranjana Kumari, director of the Center for Social Research. I just want to begin by asking Pramod Muthalik and with him Kumar Hakari that why, if you're frustrated that you could not get into the BJP, why are you trying to take out your frustration on our reporter? आप बीजेपी में घुस नहीं पाए तो आप फ्रस्ट्रेटेड हैं तो आप हमारे रिपोर्टर पे उस तरह से चढ़ क्यों रहे थे? Why were you trying to intimidate them, you know?
No.
Don't try to do that thing.
Mr. Arnab, we are not frustrated.
Anyway, question is to both of you.
Arnab, are you hearing me? Yeah, we are not frustrated.
You are frustrated. That's quite obvious from the way you are behaving.
No, we are not frustrated. No, I was convincing him. Of course, Pramod was a bit frustrated.
Why was he frustrated?
The whole day. The whole day was what all happened and the issue was raised. Of course, even the issue was raised first by your media only. It means your Times now only. That's what, of course, he frustrated.
No, but why was he frustrated? Because what you must tell him is, and Pramod Muthalik ji, आपको आवाज आ रही है कि नहीं आ रही है?
Yes.
मुतालिक जी, आपको मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
आ रही है।
तो आप इस तरह से आप जो वो व्यवहार कर रहे थे, उंगली दिखा के गुस्सा करके आप फ्रस्ट्रेटेड थे, तो आप ये क्यों नहीं समझते कि आपका जो ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड है, आप तो यू डोंट डिजर्व टू बी इन पॉलिटिक्स। आपका कोई हक नहीं है राजनीति में घुसने का। आपकी जो ट्रैक रिकॉर्ड है, उसके बाद आपने कोशिश की, फिर जब एक्सपोज हो गए तो फिर बीजेपी ने डिसाइड किया कि आपको नहीं लेंगे। तो ये और आपके और बीजेपी के बीच में है, आप मीडिया पे क्यों उस तरह से गुस्सा कर रहे थे? आपको तो अभी माफी मांगनी चाहिए मेरे रिपोर्टर से।
भाई,
आपको हमारे रिपोर्टर से माफी मांगनी चाहिए। आप जिस तरह से बात कर रहे थे वहां पे
बोलेंगे, आप मुझे हमें भी बोलने के
नहीं, आप तो काफी बोल चुके हैं ना, इसलिए मैं बोल रहा हूँ।
नहीं, आप ये बोलेंगे क्या?
नहीं,
हम बैठते नहीं यहाँ। नहीं, हमको शोपीस करने के लिए बिठाया है क्या हमें?
नहीं, आपने मेरे रिपोर्टर पे उंगली उठाई है, आपने उनको धमकी देने की कोशिश की है, इसलिए मैं पूछ रहा हूं, आपने माफी मांगी उनसे।
आप ही बोल रहे हैं, ये आप ही बोल रहे हैं क्या? आपको सुनने के लिए हमें बिठाया है क्या यहाँ?
आप देखिए, ये कोई मैंगलोर का पब नहीं है जो आप कोशिश करेंगे वहां पे भी आप नहीं कर सकते।
हम नहीं सुनेंगे आपका।
मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूं कि आप पहली बात तो यह है कि आप मेरे रिपोर्टर से माफी मांगेंगे या फिर जो टाइम्स नाउ के दर्शक हैं उनसे माफी मांगेंगे जिस तरह से आपने व्यवहार किया, आपने और आपके जो वहां पे आपके साथ बैठे हैं कुमार हकारी।
नो,
you will not apologize. You are proud of your behavior. Excellent.
भाई साहब, मुझे आप जो कह रहे हैं, आप अनफिट है पॉलिटिक्स में जो कह रहे हैं, आप नहीं पॉलिटिक्स में जा सकते कह रहे हैं। आप कौन कहने वाले? ये डेमोक्रेसी है ये।
मैं पत्रकार हूं और मुझे लगता है कि यू डोंट डिजर्व टू बी इन पॉलिटिक्स, क्योंकि मिस्टर मुतालिक
पॉलिटिक्स में जा सकता है,
मिस्टर मुतालिक
चुनाव में लड़ सकता है। आप कौन होते हैं?
मिस्टर मुतालिक,
हु आर यू?
मिस्टर मुतालिक, आई एम अ जर्नलिस्ट। आई डोंट थिंक यू डिजर्व टू बी इन पॉलिटिक्स because you know why you don't deserve to be in politics. Have the patience to listen. I'll tell you why you don't deserve to be in politics. 1 minute. I'll tell you why I feel you don't deserve to be in politics, because you have threatened to marry people off by force. You have threatened to force women to tie Rakhis to their male friends. You have said before Valentine's Day in February 2009, and please listen to me, you are reflecting your outdated mindset. You have said that activists will go around with a priest, a turmeric stub and a Mangal Sutra on February 14th. If we come across couples being together, please listen to me. If we come across couples being together in public and expressing their love, we will take them to the nearest temple and conduct their marriage. People with views like yours don't deserve to be in politics. You don't deserve to be in politics. I'll say it 1,000 times again.
See, you don't tell all that things.
Well, I mean, obviously, if you deserve to be in politics, then the BJP would have taken you.
to tell that.
Even the BJP has realized that you don't deserve to be in politics.
Voters are there.
आप जो कह रहे हैं वो कोई सुनता नहीं है. वोटर्स आर देयर.
See,
लाखों युवक मेरे साथ है, लाखों कार्यकर्ता मेरे साथ है. आप जो कह रहे हैं वो 100% झूठा है.
देखिए आप
गलत बात है आप जो कह रहे हैं.
देखिए you are an accused.
जा रहे हैं.
You are an accused. You are an accused.
गलत.
You are an accused.
डेमोक्रेसी है ये.
You are an accused. आज तक मिस्टर मुतालिक, I'll tell you, मिस्टर मुतालिक, ये डेमोक्रेसी है और डेमोक्रेसी में आपके जैसे लोग जो है जो आपने किया 2009 पे, उसको आज भी आप जस्टिफाई करते रहते हैं. आप कहते हैं that you punish the girls in order to protect Hindu culture. The fact is, Mr. Muthalik, you were very proud of your organization's actions. You can't run away from it now. And that is going to continue to haunt you when a person does something as cheap and cowardly. Because what you did and what your organization did was cheap and cowardly in January 2009. It is going to return to haunt you, Mr. Muthalik. The fact is that you are frustrated today. You are frustrated that the issue has come up. And you know this. No, 1 minute, Mr. Hakari. You've spoken a lot. Let me tell you. Mr. Hakari, let me tell you this. You should realize that whenever Mr. Muthalik or you people try to get into politics, everyone across the country will ask, won't they, Abha Singh? Won't they ask, what right do people with these kind of views have to represent anyone in this country today? Abha, please.
Mr. Muthalik has some of the most serious charges: 505 IPC, 506 criminal intimidation, which has an imprisonment of 2 years. Mr. Muthalik, had your cases been tried, you would have been disqualified, not even allowed to contest the elections. But I think it is a travesty of justice that the case has taken so long. You are intimidating young girls, you are criminally threatening them, you are creating mischief. The charges on you are very serious: 505, 506.
Of course.
And after that, you want to represent us. We don't people like you in the government. We don't want people like you as our representatives who cannot protect our girls, who cannot protect our children. You have no business to be a public figure, Mr. Muthalik.
And even today, people like you, Mr. Muthalik, आप कहते हैं कि छोटी घटना है. ये छोटी घटना थी जो आपने किया. ये छोटी घटना नहीं थी. इसमें ये पता चला कि जो गुंडे होते हैं, एक मिनट, जो गुंडे होते हैं वो गुंडे जो है वो किसी भी तरह की हरकत कर सकते हैं.
आप कह रहे हैं ये ऐसा कहने के लिए, सुनने के लिए हम नहीं बैठे हैं.
तो आप
हमारे जैसे सुनिए, हम भी कहने वाले हैं. हमें बैठने का, आपको सुनने के लिए.
आप कोई मेहरबानी नहीं कर रहे हम पे, लोगों पे, कि आप वहां पे बैठे हुए हैं. जो 24 जनवरी 2009 पे हुआ
है, ये क्या, ये दादागिरी नहीं है. आपका
दादागिरी तो आपकी है और आपकी दादागिरी खत्म हो चुकी है.
कुछ भी
दादागिरी तो आपकी है और आप एक्सपोज हो चुके हैं. आपकी दादागिरी आपको सुनने पड़ेगी.
आप गुंडों से लड़कियों को पिटवाते हैं, आप गुंडों से आप गुंडागर्दी करते हैं. इस देश में गुंडों का समय खत्म हो चुका है.
2009 का एक घटना लेकर इतना दंगा मस्ती.
1 second, let's get Ranjana Kumari and Vrinda Grover in 1 minute.
Court is there.
Yes.
Why are you frustrated?
Can I
Why are you frustrated?
आज
Yes,
इनको
Ranjana Kumari.
मिस्टर मुतालिक को लोकतंत्र याद आ रहा है.
We are very cool, of course.
Let me speak in Hindi, Arnab, because I want him to hear. Because
yeah, sure, please go ahead. I'll keep translating.
What they did in Mysore after I protested and our organizations protested at Bhopal airport, his people, so-called Ram Sena people, surrounded me. I was coming back to Delhi when they came around me, and I have faced them, and I can tell you that people who have violated and rights of individual today are talking about democracy. He is now thinking about it is a democratic nation. He forgot about when he went and got his gundas to beat up the girls. He humiliated women. He violated their dignity, and he has been charged with all these Indian Penal Code, different laws. So how can he be, even a party like BJP? Why did they? And how could they consider him to take in? This is absolutely unacceptable. What he did to women in that pub, and what he has done to so many people, a young couple in the park. To me, at Bhopal airport, Ram Sena people, they were around me, all these huge men. They just surrounded me at the airport and said that how dare you speak about what you said. But they should know that country is watching. People have become much more aware, and people will not tolerate such people in the country. देख लीजिए, आज आप लोकतंत्र की बात कर रहे हैं ना मिस्टर मुतालिक. आप उस दिन भूल गए थे जब आपने आपके गुंडे जाकर के लड़कियों को पब में मारे थे. आपके लोग जब आकर के भोपाल एयरपोर्ट पे कहने कि हम तो राम सेने के हैं, राम सेने के, आपने मुतालिक जी के खिलाफ ऐसे कैसे बोल दिया? तब आपने उन लोगों को किसी को नहीं रोका। और आज आप कह रहे हैं कि लोकतंत्र है देश के अंदर, आपको जनता स्वीकार करेगी। अगर ऐसे लोगों को जनता हिंदुस्तान की स्वीकार करेगी तो देश की महिलाओं का क्या होगा, देश के लोगों का क्या होगा? आप भूल जाइए कि आप राजनीति कर सकते हैं, बिल्कुल। और आपने जिस तरह से, आज भी आपको थोड़ा भी रिमोर्स नहीं है, आप थोड़ा भी पछतावा आपको इस बात का नहीं है। आज भी आपने कहा कि हिंदुस्तान में, हिंदू समाज में, और जो भी आपने कहा, और उसमें हम ये अलाउ नहीं करेंगे। आपने इस रिपोर्टर को भी ये बात कही है, इसका मतलब कि आपके मन, यू आर नॉट इवन, यू हैव नो रिमोर्स।
Vrinda Grover
was wrong. You should
Vrinda Grover
apologize to the journalists, to the women and to the people of India.
Absolutely. Vrinda Grover, मैं ये बात ये भी कहना चाहूंगा मुतालिक जी कि आपने उस दिन ऐसा किया कि आपके 40 गुंडों ने जाके वहां पे लड़कियों को इतनी बेरहमी से मारा कि कई लड़कियों को वहां पे अस्पताल ले गया। मैं आपको पूछ रहा हूं किस तरह के हिंदू कल्चर के बारे में आप कह रहे हैं? कौन सा हिंदू कल्चर है मुतालिक जी जो कहता है कि औरतों को इस तरह से इतनी बेरहमी से मारिए? एक मिनट बात सुन लीजिए। कौन सा हिंदू कल्चर है तो कहता है कि लड़कियों को इतनी बेरहमी से मारिए कि अस्पताल भेज दें? आप कौन होते हैं? आप कौन होते हैं? आप कहां के मॉरल गार्जियन है? आप कौन है? आपकी हैसियत क्या? आप कौन है? आप कौन है इस तरह से लॉ एनफोर्स करने के लिए? आप आज भी कह रहे हैं कि वो छोटी घटना है।
आप झूठ बोल रहे हैं।
क्या झूठ बोल रहे हैं?
आपने हॉस्पिटल नहीं हुई है।
आप देखिए, two of the women were hospitalized.
दिखाइए,
Two of the women were hospitalized. दिखाइए, आपको दिखाऊं वहां पे कि आपके गुंडों ने किस तरह से, तो आप देखिए, तो आप देखिए क्या रॉन्ग है? आप चिल्ला क्यों रहे? आप शांत हो जाइए। 40 आपके गुंडों ने, आपके 40 गुंडों ने, देखिए ऐसा है मुतालिक जी आपको एक बात
देखिए, 5 दिन जेल में थे, कानून की धाराएं झूठ नहीं बोलती। 505, 506 आप पे लगाया गया, तो वो कानून की धाराएं गलत नहीं है, आपकी पुलिस गलत नहीं हो सकती। 5 दिन आप जेल में थे कि नहीं थे?
Vrinda Grover is wanting to come into the debate.
15 दिन था मैं,
तो माफी मांगी।
15 दिन था मैं जेल में।
क्यों थे जेल में?
बहुत केसेस मेरे ऊपर है, चल रही है। मैं कहता हूं कोर्ट का डिसीजन, कोर्ट का ऑर्डर नहीं हुआ है, कोर्ट मुझे फांसी दे तो आई विल एक्सेप्ट इट।
यू आर,
आप कौन होते हैं?
यू आर
नॉट
देश की जनता।
यू आर नॉट ए कोर्ट।
देखिए,
तो जनता एक
आई एम कमिंग टू 1 मिनट।
वो उस समय
मुतालिक जी,
केस नहीं
मुतालिक जी डर तो मुझे इस बात से है,
केस नहीं डाल,
नहीं डर।
Mr. Arnab ji, had you studied that?
What?
Mr. Arnab ji, let me to speak. Had you studied the case that?
No, can I ask you something?
See, first
you answer my question. Is it true? No, 1 minute please. Is it true? Is it true that the person sitting next to you, is it true that the person sitting next to you whose name is Pramod Muthalik justified what happened? Is it true that the person sitting next to you whose name is Pramod Muthalik called it a small incident? If I am asking you today, if any woman from your family, if any son or daughter or woman from your family were to be beaten up by gundas like that, I am asking you today, would you sit there and justify it? Would you justify it?
Such things.
Really, what such things? And who are you to decide what is right and what is wrong? Who are you to decide? Even today, Pramod Muthalik is not apologizing for it. He's calling the intention behind the incident right. Tomorrow, if anyone from your family is treated like this, will you sit there and justify it? You won't. I can assure you, you won't. So be careful about what you are saying there.
We are not talking only about our families. We are telling about the whole Hindu.
You are mocking Indian culture. You are making a girl tie Rakhi to her boyfriend. It's such a pious festival like Rakhi. You are making mockery of Raksha Bandhan.
How have you appropriated what Hindu women
Madam
must
ji,
do? Who are you?
Yes,
how have you appropriated all this?
देखिए,
you will define what rest of the country women should do. I don't think you can define.
Vrinda Grover,
जी आप तय करेंगे, आप ही देश भर में आप ही हिंदू क्या करें, हिंदू महिलाएं क्या करें, हिंदू समाज क्या करें? आपने हिंदू समाज का ठेका ले रखा है और वो भी औरतों को जाके आपके गुंडे मारते हैं।
मैडम जी,
आप इस तरह की बातें करते हैं।
today no one has see. Hello, Madam ji. First, listen here. The ladies who was beaten, what you are telling, they have not filed the case. The case was so muto.
Yeah, so you know, one second, Vrinda Grover.
आपके गुंडे जिस शहर में घूम रहे हैं, लड़कियां मिचारी क्या करेंगी?
In Karnataka, ladies know they are praising us.
डर के मारे तो आप
what's your name? Mr. Hakari, right? Mr. Hakari, 1 minute. Mr. Hakari.
Yeah, I am Kumar.
Mr. Hakari, I'll tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing. Remember one thing, Mr. Hakari. Now, I'm not saying you are a gunda. Don't get me wrong, right? But what I'm saying is that anybody who supports gundas, anybody, 1 minute now, listen to me. Now listen to me, I'm talking to you, listen to me now.
Yeah.
Please, don't interrupt me. Okay? Now my question to you is, 1 minute please, 1 minute. My question to you is, Pramod Muthalik does not deserve to be in politics. Because he tries to incite hatred between communities. He threatens violence against women. Okay? He has said in an interview, okay, he says we have no more patience. Tit for tat is the only mantra to save Hinduism. Right? He says he pretends to be a defender of Hindu girls. I want to ask you, who has given him the contract there to be the defender of all Hindu girls? Is this a way to defend Hindu girls or Muslim girls or girls from any community that you thrash them in public like that? And when you are exposed, you want to enter politics, when you are stopped, then you take out your frustration by trying to attack the media. Yes, Vrinda Grover wanted to come in. Yes, Vrinda Grover, I'm going to come to you after that. Yes, Vrinda Grover.
Yes, I think it's important. I think it's very important to locate Muthalik, the Shivram Sena, in an ideology. Can I just speak, please?
Go ahead, Vrinda.
I think it's important to locate Muthalik and the others who are taking his side and his Ram Sena, and I'm sure he has many followers, I don't doubt that. We need to locate them in the ideology that they belong. This is not about the severity of how the women were thrashed. It's not about whether the correct section and who imposed the section. I think the danger is far more grave that we are going through today. What is happening here is that this is the Sangh Parivar. And these regressive reactionary forces are not only in one religion, they are found in all religions. I'm not here trying to say only this religion, but this religion is the majoritarian religion. They are trying to therefore impose their vision of Hindutva, not Hinduism, of Hindu Rashtra, which will decide the code by which women will live their lives, not the Indian constitution. That is what is being imposed on all of us and our lives. And how do they do it? Across the country, they have these bullies, they have these goons on the ground. And yes, anybody who speaks against them, anybody who dissents, has a different viewpoint, leads their life, enjoys their freedoms guaranteed by the Indian Constitution, causing no harm or injury to anyone, is not acceptable. Women are a threat to them. Women have challenged status quo. Women have challenged the power that they exercise. And they want to control women. They want to control the sexual relations of women. The Khap Panchayats do it. Their Senas do it. They are across the board doing the same thing. The second point I want to make, when Muthalik says, why should I not be in elections? Actually, he is right. There are many criminals who are in the electoral fray. The BJP candidates from Muzaffarnagar and those areas are people who have been accused of inciting a dreadful communal carnage in which women have been raped. That party allows those people to contest elections. So he is right in asking that when there are so many criminals in the fray, and yes, they do have followers, which is where the danger lies, because we do not perhaps have enough people who are rooted in the democratic ethos of the Constitution. That is the problem. So it is not just about Muthalik. Muthalik is easy to brand because he is crude about it. But this is the ideology that is being propagated.
Yeah, but the fact is, Vrinda, the fact is that Mr. Pramod Muthalik almost got into the BJP. Because it was being done in a quiet way. Today, the index is only a winnability. Anybody gets us a few thousand votes, please walk into the party. You see? It doesn't matter. And Anand Jakhotia from the Sanathan Sanstha is here to support Mr. Muthalik. It doesn't matter to Anand Jakhotia what Mr. Muthalik and his people did. It doesn't matter to you that those were girls there who were being beaten up. एक मिनट बात सुन लीजिए, आपको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है कि उनको वहां पे मारा गया बेरहमी से, फिर उनको अपने बालों से खींचा गया. आपको कैसा लगेगा मिस्टर जखोटिया जी अगर आपको कोई अपने बालों से खींच के ले जाए? या फिर आपके फैमिली के किसी को बालों से खींच के ले जाए, मैं तो कहूंगा दिस इज द वर्स्ट पॉसिबल इंसिडेंट व्हिच कैन हैपन. फॉर समथिंग लाइक दिस, you know, there is no question of supporting it in any manner, but you can certainly apologize. You know, Mr. Muthalik could have apologized. Don't you agree?
मैं इसमें एक बात कहना
चाहता हूं. What is the Hindu culture about pulling? What is आप मेरी बात सुन लीजिए. आप क्वेश्चन नहीं सुनना चाहते? ये आपकी स्पीच है, कोई पॉलिटिकल रैली है कि क्वेश्चन नहीं पूछेंगे? एक मिनट शांत हो जाइए. देखिए ऐसा है, देखिए मुतालिक,
आपके बात भाषण सुनने के नहीं आए हैं हम.
मुतालिक जी, आप
भाषण का कहते हो,
पता है कि मुझे
बैठने वाले को बोलने दो ना.
मुझे पता है कि आपको आदत है,
इसलिए बिठाया हमने जी. किसने लिए बिठाया? आपका सुनने के लिए बिठाया.
मैं आपको कह रहा हूँ, देखिए मुतालिक जी,
आप क्या सुनने वाले हो?
अच्छा,
आपको सुनने के लिए नहीं.
मुतालिक जी,
अरे वो बोल रहे हैं, वो बोलने दो ना उनको.
आपकी हिम्मत कैसे हुई राजनीति ज्वाइन करने की?
क्या सोचते हैं?
आपकी हिम्मत
गलत बात कहने वाले, झूठा बात कहने वाले क्या सोचते हैं?
आप जो मर्जी करिए, तमाम
आपका चैनल है, ये झूठा चैनल है आपका.
आपको पता चल जाएगा कि देश की जनता आपके साथ कितनी है. आपको लगता है आपके साथ देश की जनता है?
देख लीजिए, जनता हमारे साथ है.
Really?
आपके साथ नहीं है
जी. तो मैं ये पूछ लेता हूँ, मैं आप किसी को भी पूछ लीजिए. मुतालिक जी,
आप जिस पार्टी में जाना चाहते हैं,
अच्छा मुतालिक जी, आपको आप एक मिनट,
उस पार्टी की भी हिम्मत नहीं हुई आपको शामिल करने की. देश की जनता का दबाव है. जिस पार्टी में आप जाना चाहते थे, उसकी भी हिम्मत नहीं हुई आपको शामिल करने की.
देश की जनता नहीं.
देखिए मुतालिक जी, एक मिनट. मुतालिक जी, पहली बात तो आपसे ये कहूंगा कि आप अपने आप को थोड़ा बिहेव कीजिए.
गलत मैसेज गया है
मुतालिक जी,
इसलिए मैं कहता हूं.
मुतालिक जी, मेरी बात सुनिए मुतालिक जी. पहली बात तो ये है, जब आपसे पूछा जाए तब बात कीजिए. आपको मैंने कुछ पूछा? आपसे कुछ नहीं पूछा. आप क्यों इंटरप्ट कर रहे हैं?
आप बोलने के लिए
आप उत्तेजित मत होइए. आप एक्सपोज हो चुके हैं. आपको बीजेपी में घुसने की कोशिश आपकी नाकाम हो चुकी है.
कुछ भी
भारतीय जनता पार्टी में घुसने की कोशिश आपकी नाकाम हो चुकी है. और आपको ये आज समझ में आ रहा है कि 5 साल हो चुके हैं, मगर 5 सालों में लोगों ने, प्लीज चुप हो जाइए. प्लीज आप चुप हो जाइए. आप चुप हो जाइए मुतालिक जी. और इस तरह से आप व्यवहार करेंगे तो प्रोग्राम छोड़ के चले जाइए, क्योंकि आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन योर बैड बिहेवियर ऑन टेलीविजन. ओके? Don't try your gundaism on television. Do not try your gundaism on television.
ये मैंगलोर का कोई पद नहीं है, ये आपकी कर्नाटक की सरकार नहीं है.
Don't try your gundaism on
2009 में कर्नाटक में भाजपा की सरकार थी, आपकी सरकार नहीं है आज.
We are not interested.
और आपकी बीजेपी सरकार आएगी भी नहीं अगर इस तरह से आप महिलाओं के साथ अत्याचार करेंगे.
हमारे ऐसा गंदी और ऐसा गंदी चैनल है, झूठा चैनल है.
आपको जो प्रश्न करे
बोल रहे निखिल जोशी को हमने कहा था.
आप मेरे रिपोर्टर ने, मुतालिक जी मेरी एक बात सुन लीजिए. निखिल, आप भागने, आपको एक बात कह देता हूं मैं. आपने हमारे रिपोर्टर, एक सुन लीजिए. आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माई रिपोर्टर, द वे ही स्टूड अप टू यू. एनी इंडिपेंडेंट जर्नलिस्ट विल डू दैट. And there they are going away, and I'm saying it once again. We will not allow this gundaism on television. Yes, please. What were you saying? Would you allow someone to be pulled by their hair? Is that Hindu culture?
मैं इसके बारे में पहले तो ये बताना चाहता हूँ. आप हिंदू कल्चर की बात कर रहे हैं, लेकिन एक मिनट.
Is that Hindu culture to pull women by their hair?
देखिए, आज 23 मिनट हो गए, प्रोग्राम शुरू होके 23 मिनट हुए, आपने एक शब्द बोलने के लिए नहीं दिया है.
Is it Hindu culture
में जो कोई बोलता है उसके लिए
is it Hindu culture to pull women by their hair?
अगर आप, मैं उसी ओर आ रहा हूँ, आप
उसी और नहीं, उसी का आंसर कीजिए.
दुर्दैव है 2000.
Is it Hindu culture to pull women by their hair?
2009 की बात आप उठा रहे हैं.
जी, मैं उठा रहा हूँ. 2000
आजाद मैदान पे
जो दंगा हुआ, मैं 2009 की बात उठा रहा हूँ. मैं 2009 की बात उठा रहा हूं. 1 मिनट प्लीज, प्रश्न का उत्तर दीजिए. आप स्पीच मत दीजिए, आप मेरी बात सुनिए. कोई दादागिरी नहीं है. मैं प्रश्न पूछ रहा हूं आपसे. मैं आपसे पूछ रहा हूं. यू टेल मी. डोंट calm down. Reduce your volume. Reduce your volume. I am telling you, first of all, reduce your volume. 1 minute. First of all, reduce your volume. First of all, I am telling you to reduce your volume now. You reduce your volume. Reduce, don't shout. My question to you is that calm down. Reduce your volume. Reduce your volume. I am asking you a question. Please listen to me. I am asking you a question. My question is it Hindu culture to drag women by their hair?
मेरे सवाल का पहले
Is it Hindu culture to drag women by their hair?
तो क्या आप
Is it Hindu culture to drag women by their hair?
आप क्या जो महिला मिलेगी उसको मारेंगे?
Is it Hindu culture to drag women by their hair? You don't want to ask the question. You want to avoid my question. Why do you want to avoid my question? Are you embarrassed about it? क्या आपको शर्म आती है जो मैं प्रश्न आपसे पूछ रहा हूं? अगर आपको शर्म नहीं आती है तो मैं आपको दूसरी बार एक बार फिर पूछूंगा और उसके बाद आपको विनम्र तरीके से बताऊंगा कि आपको अगर प्रश्न का जवाब नहीं देना है तो कह दे सीधी तरह से, उसका तात्पर्य लोग समझ जाएंगे कि हम एक मिनट सुन लीजिए प्लीज, सुन तो लीजिए कि मुझे बताइए कि किस तरह का हिंदू कल्चर ये है जिसमें कहा जाता है कि लड़कियों को बाल से खींच के उन पर फिजिकल असॉल्ट किया जाए क्योंकि वो कोई पब में बैठे हुए थे, इतनी बुरी तरह से मारा जाए कि उनमें से कई 2-3 को अस्पताल ले लिया जाए। आप उसका उत्तर देंगे कि नहीं देंगे? दीजिए। हिंदू कल्चर में कहां लिखा है? बताइए।
शब्द में ये इसका जवाब नहीं हो सकता, मुझे 1 मिनट पूरा बोलने दीजिए। मेरा सुन के लेंगे आप
पूछिए ना, बोलिए। मैं आपको 5 बार पूछ चुका हूं, आप अभी तक भाग रहे हैं उस क्वेश्चन से। क्यों? हिंदू कल्चर है, हिंदू कल्चर है।
मैं उसके बारे में आ रहा हूं, वहां पे आ रहा हूं। पहले मेरा सीधा सवाल है आजाद मैदान पे जो
आप आंसर नहीं कर रहे तो मैं आपको कहूंगा, आप अगर आंसर नहीं करना चाहते, आप आंसर कर ही नहीं रहे हैं। रंजना कुमारी, 1 सेकंड। रंजना कुमारी सुन लीजिए, रंजना कुमारी, रंजना कुमारी, आप अगर दूसरों की नहीं सुनना चाहते तो मत सुनिए।
इंडिया का कार्यालय उसमें
1 मिनट प्लीज। यस रंजना कुमारी।
अरे वो कोई हिंदू
रंजना कुमारी प्लीज।
ये आप ये किस कल्चर का कौन?
Calm down, listen to her please. Please please listen to her. Listen to her.
डिबेट का क्या है?
उसको लात घूंसे से मारा जाए।
मुतालिक जी का आप अगर सुन के नहीं लेते तो हम इनका क्यों सुन के लेंगे?
जवाब क्यों नहीं दे रहे हैं?
रंजना
जवाब तो दीजिए ना।
आप हिंदू कल्चर के ठेकेदार हैं, आप हिंदू कल्चर के ठेकेदार हैं कि जहां पे लिखा गया है कि हिंदू कोई भी लड़कियों को बीट। आप किस
पत्रकारिता का ठेकेदार है?
आप कह रहे हैं एक देखिए, सुनिए, देखिए आपको बुलाया गया one second, Ranjana Kumari, just let me tell this gentleman one thing, I'll tell you one thing. What's your name? Anand Jakhotia, no? I'll tell you, Anand Jakhotia, you have come into Newshour to answer my questions. Now listen to me, Mr. Jakhotia, okay? When you come to this program, you understand I will ask you questions and you will answer my questions, right? Are you the anchor of the program? You're not. If you were the anchor, you would ask the questions and I would answer. Now I am the anchor of the program, I ask the questions, you answer. If you don't have any answer for it, you don't want to answer, you have 3 options. Okay, say I don't want to answer it, right? Try and avoid it the first time. 1 minute please. But don't try this trick where you will use the Newshour studio to put out this communal venom. I am telling you, I am warning you. When I discuss a subject, there's one thing which I don't allow, is needless communal venom to be thrown on this program. Okay, I am a journalist, don't teach me my journalism. Okay, as a journalist, I believe that using programs to throw communal venom, ठीक है, एक तरह से इस तरह की तीखी गंदी बातें अगर कह रहे एक दूसरे के तरफ या towards religion, that is against journalism. And if you want to use this program to do it, I am telling you very nicely, I will not allow you to do it. So please understand that very clearly. Don't teach me my journalism. My journalism says I will not allow you to use this program to spread communal venom. Right? Like I will not allow Pramod Muthalik to do that as well. 1 minute, please. Okay. Now I ask you a question that in my view, and I'm saying this, it is against any civilized culture to beat up women and pull them by their hair. Now, Mr. Anand Jakhotia, I asked you the question about 7 times. On 7 occasions, you tried to respond to it by putting, some argument which was against a religion. Now, I'm telling you this. Don't bring religion into everything. Okay? This is India of 2014, where today you attack any young woman, any young man, you tell them you can't do Valentine's Day, you can't do this, we'll get you married off forcibly, we'll behave like a khap panchayat, we'll do all this. Anybody, any educated, even non-educated person will tell you, you have no right to interfere in anybody else's life. If you say, no, I am I represent the ideology and I believe that this is right and I'll do it, I'll tell you, any individual, do it to yourself, practice it yourself. Don't force it on anyone. If you dare to force it on anyone, then today in India of 2040, people will completely reject you and isolate you. So don't try this counter-aggression with me. don't try communal arguments with me. I asked you a question 3 times, and I'm now allowing someone else to speak, so please listen. Yes, please. Ranjana Kumari, you were saying something there. Yes, Ranjana.
No, I was just saying, Arnab, that not only that they are spreading communal hatred, they are totally against independent autonomy which has been given by our constitution to women, and also look at the audacity of their behavior even on a national channel when we are discussing this issue. Out of the 3 of them, not even one is saying that this is not part of a Hindu culture where you pull women by hair, you beat them up, you inflict violence on them. They are not saying what they did was wrong, and they apologize to the nation, to women, and also to the journalists. Look at the way he behaved. So similarly, he's behaving in the studio. So what kind of right do they have? If they violate other people's democratic rights, how can they really think that others will give them any kind of right? I think these kind of people need to be outrightly condemned.
And they want to be leaders of the country. They want to be the member of parliaments. They want to represent us.
You know what happened?
Come on, I mean, how can you even imagine
what happened in January? What happened in January 2009? And I'm just coming to you, Vrinda. I just want to go to Mr. Handu, who's General Secretary of the Sri Ram Sena. He's been waiting from Bangalore. You see, Mr. Handu, what I think comes across very clearly is that the people of India have rejected this fundamentalism. This kind of fundamentalism which is represented by people like Pramod, Muthalik, etc. It's been rejected because what happened in January 2009 was a crime against all the women of India. It's not just against those women.
Absolutely.
So, Mr. Handu, why are you surprised that the BJP realized its mistake and ensured that Pramod Muthalik was not given an entry? Why are you surprised? You should have expected it.
Arnab, I think it's the saddest day for entire nation. I think the BJP has done a big mistake that they didn't took the Pramod Muthalik, a staunch Hindu and nationalist in the BJP. He deserved to be there in a political stream, in a big political stream. So I think it is the BJP who did the
tell
big
me why
mistake
they
to
did not. No, tell me why, in your view. No, 1 second. You see, after the pub attack took place, Pramod Muthalik justified his actions.
It was not an attack, Pranab. I would say it was not an attack.
What was it?
It was to save. It was not an attack.
What was it?
I would not
what
call
do you
it as
call
an attack.
it?
I would call if a person who talks about his religion, who talks about
no, what's it? It was not an attack. What was it? What was it? What was it? What happened in January? It was not an attack.
Our culture.
Brinda Grover. It was not an attack. It was an attempt to protect our culture. 2 minutes on the debate. Brinda Grover responding to Mr. Handu. Mr. Handu.
The pub was working illegal, and it is a responsibility of the
Mr. Handu, have you ever been to a pub? 1 second, Mr. Handu, have you ever been to a pub?
I am a software professional, Arnab. I go to the pubs regularly.
Okay, so Mr. Handu, Mr. Handu, 1 minute, 1 minute. Listen, Mr. Handu, Mr. Handu, why don't you tell Pramod Muthalik to beat you up as well? Because you go to a pub.
No.
What gives you the right to go to a pub? A Sri Ram Sena General Secretary goes to a pub, it's okay. But a woman goes to a pub, it's immoral.
All double standards.
Mr. Handu, I say tonight, Mr. Handu, listen to me. Mr. Handu, by that same logic, the pub where you should call Pramod Muthalik before you go to a pub and say, I am the world's biggest hypocrite. Because I support you when you beat up women who go to a pub.
We have a democracy.
What gives you the democracy? You have a right to go to a pub because you're a member of the Sri Ram Sena. I say you are a hypocrite, Mr. Handu.
Everyone has a right to go to
Mr. Handu, I say you are a hypocrite. You are a hypocrite, Mr. Handu.
If something is illegal,
you are a hypocrite, Mr. Handu. What is illegal? What is illegal?
I think media is not acting.
What is illegal? Don't tell me what the media does. You go to a pub. Do you ever go to a pub with women? Do you want all the men and women who go with you to a pub to be beaten up? I think it has been proven on the news tonight. Mr. Handu, thank you very much.
Arnab, it was not
I'll tell you something, Mr. Handu. Mr. Handu, you have proven tonight. You have proven tonight what a bunch of hypocrites you are. You have proven tonight what a bunch of hypocrites you are. You are allowed to go to a pub, but if a young woman and a young boy goes to a pub, you'll beat them up in that manner. Brinda Grover, yes,
anyone is allowed. Everyone is allowed. Everyone is allowed. Everyone is allowed.
Who are you? Who are you to allow me?
Mr. Handu is
Are you the police?
Handu, can you please listen for half a minute? Mr. Handu,
who are you to allow people or not allow people? You have been completely exposed tonight. Vrinda Grover, last word.
Yes, I just want to say one thing here. I think what we are seeing here across the board from them is that they have contempt for law, they have contempt for rights, they have contempt for freedom. So therefore this
and contempt for women.
Thing is now being presented to us that it was illegal. If it is illegal, then they will go and bash up people and they will tell people how to run their lives. That is what we are objecting to. Very interesting use of words.
That is the problem. Police is not acting. Police has not done anything.
Who else? Who
Police
else?
has not done anything.
Mr.
That's
Handu,
the problem.
I did not
it is
interrupt
your
you. Please
responsibility.
listen.
It is my responsibility.
The police will not do.
As a
The
nationalist,
police is
it is my
compromised.
responsibility.
The police is intimidated. The
Police
police
has
is
to do
terrorized by
something.
you and the police is with you. The police is not protecting the rights of the people. That
Police
is
has
the
to do
problem in this
something.
country.
If police
Please
has not done
understand,
anything,
the freedoms
it is
are going
us.
to be
We have to do
protected by the
something.
citizens.
We have to say our
It is
culture.
our freedom.
We have to say our
The
culture.
police is with you.
Mr.
The
Handu,
police is ready
Mr. Handu,
to
on a
join
lighter note, I have one minute. I think what Mr. Handu
the women are going to protect and they are going to fight for
it was not an attack on a pub, it was an attack on a brothel. I would say it was an attack on a brothel.
It is political patronage which has made you grow. Ram Sena has grown only because of the political patronage.
One minute. I want to ask Mr. Handu one thing. So, Mr. Handu, you go to a pub, right? So, I say, Mr. Handu goes to a pub.
Everyone should go.
Please keep quiet. Listen to me. I said, Mr. Handu is a software professional. He goes to a pub. And since it has been declared by the Shriram Sena that other people who go to pubs are people of loose character, hence Mr. Handu is a man of loose character.
No,
and you should,
never.
One minute, listen to me. And then you should wear a t-shirt.
It is your words, Pranab. It is your words.
You should wear a t-shirt.
Pramod, Muthalik, or Shriram Sena never said that.
You should wear a t-shirt which says,
you.
I go to a pub. I go to a pub. I can go to a pub. And on the back of your t-shirt, you should have another message saying, others can't because they are not from the Shriram Sena. So, Mr. Handu, understand
everyone can, but not a brothel.
Understand your
we will not allow a brothel to run in a main street.
Mr. Handu, understand your
anyone can go.
The hypocrisy is that where you work for a software company. In that software company, I want to ask you, go around tomorrow when you go to office and ask a woman who works with you. You know, if you go to a pub, I will beat you up and pull you by your hair and thrash you, and you may even go to hospital. And then I will justify it in the name of Hindu culture. Mr. Handu, you are in a complete minority today. Do you understand the century you live in? Which century are you living in, Mr.
Who said we are in a minority? Who said?
Mr. Handu,
is media going to decide that we are in a minority?
You should realize
media going to decide that we are in a minority?
You represent...
We are not in a minority.
You represent
I have a full right to talk about my dharma. I have a full right
to talk about my religion. But you have no right to beat up a woman. What about our fundamental right, our freedom? Freedom of movement. You cannot. You are not the police. There is a constitution of India to protect its women. When have you become the culture guardian?
It was an illegal activity.
Constitution, Mr. Handu, you are not. Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who gave you the right to beat up women? You can go to a pub and we cannot go. No, you talk. Can you beat us up? Do you pull your women in your house? Do you beat up your women? Do you pull your wives' hair? Do you pull your daughters' hair?
I know my rights.
No, one second. 1 minute.
Hindus don't do that.
1 minute.
No, what Hindus don't do? We are also Hindus. But nowhere it is written that you beat up women.
One second. Mr. Handu.
Dowry.
Mr. Handu, 1 minute.
Burn women for dowry.
Yeah,
that's what
it is my right. You will not decide my right, Mr.
Yeah, so you will not decide my right.
No,
One second. Mr. Handu.
Mr. Handu.
Mr. Handu, 1 minute.
Listen to me. Don't just because you are talking about.
Don't get overexcited.
The national flag.
I am not at your mercy for any freedom. My freedom of expression and movement cannot be done by cultural bigots like you.
Now you know what, Mr. Handu. Muthalik ran away from Newshour. His other person also ran away from Newshour. They tried to shout. Now I'll tell you one thing. Shout as much as you want. I'll tell you one thing. Now I'll tell you one. Mr. Handu, calm down. Just listen for 15 seconds. It won't hurt you, okay? And by the way, I'll tell you only three things. Only three things.
Don't conflate Hindu with national flag. Do not bring in this venomous ideology of Hindu Rashtra. Hindu has nothing to do with the national flag. This is the ideology of Hindu Rashtra. This is not
education we have. You can't control us in the name of culture.
But whenever someone talks about
what does that have to do with what you have done to women in Bangalore? In Bangalore.
Or the other.
You are in charge of this country.
Every citizen of this country. You cannot.
It's a big country, but respect your national flag.
No, you please do whatever you want.
I just want to say, I want to say just two things.
Your national flag.
I just want to say.
Feel shame. You don't feel shame on that.
Listen to me, Mr. Handu. Don't teach me patriotism. Mr. Handu, keep quiet, please, for a minute. I'll tell you two things. Now listen to me, Mr. Handu. Listen 1 minute. Listen 1 minute. Okay? I'll say one thing. 3 things. Just listen calmly. Don't get upset. It's a reality. Face the reality. You know, sometimes in life, Mr. Handu, when people question you and you are cornered, it's good to accept that you are cornered. There are 3 things, okay? One is a young generation in India has woken up, okay? That young generation has rejected the way you think, okay? Secondly, Mr. Handu, if you are going to be a hypocrite saying, I can go to a pub and others can't, then people will also say, Mr. Handu, you have no right to go to a pub just because you're a member of the Sri Ram Sena. And thirdly, both to Mr. Handu and to you, you're nobody to represent all of Hinduism. You're nobody. Just understand that. Okay, Hinduism is a very wide religion. Okay, it's a very accommodative religion. It is not a religion that is meant to be controlled by either bigots or fundamentalists. And fourthly, don't communalize everything. It will fail. The young people in this country have also rejected the bitter acid of communalism. Throw it away before it's too late. I'll wrap it up at that point. No, I'm wrapping it up. I think there's a lesson here in Mr. Muthalik's failed attempt.
As an Hindu, I have full right to say my heritage.
Yes, and there are many Hindus in the world.
As a Hindu.
Save it for yourself, Mr. Handu. Save it for yourself.
And as a Hindu woman, I have my rights, I have my freedom.
When my national flag is burned.
You cannot interfere with my freedom as a Hindu.
Okay, so we're wrapping up the Newshour tonight at that point. Thank you very much for joining me on the Newshour Debate 2 tonight. That question goes to everyone watching the Newshour tonight. That question goes to each and every one of you. I'd like your feedback on that. We'll forward it to Mr. Handu perhaps. Thank you.